Okay.
All right. So first and foremost, go ahead and state your name for the video.
I am Journey.
And Journey, have you ever met me before?
I've never met you.
Oh, fantastic. And then have you ever had a tarot reading done before?
I've never.
Okay, fabulous. So just a little disclaimer with tarot. It kind of takes a peek at the options available to us. It's not a set stone. It's not a set path. It's kind of dealing with the information that you have now. And by having the tarot reading, you have the option to change that path, that future, okay? All right, so I'm going to knock 3 times to just kind of knock off all the old stuff. Shuffle it until I feel like it's shuffled. And then if there's any cards that happen to jump out or anything like that, we'll put them off to the side and explore them then, okay? This little bit right here, I'm just doing like a little pre-read to see if I can pick up on your energies. Because I can't read for everybody. Sometimes people have got so much going on that I just...
That's what I have. So
okay.
I'm like, oh my God, that's me.
That's my husband, Adam.
Okay, hi,
Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Eddie. Yep. All right. No, actually, I'm going to have you shuffle the cards. Normally, I do just shuffle until you feel like they're shuffled.
I don't know how you shuffle them.
Just like normal playing cards. I
don't play cards.
Oh, okay. All right. Just mix them up until you're happy.
I'm going to do that, okay?
Yeah, perfect.
I'm just going to, I'm new to this.
No worries, no worries.
That's
all right, perfect. So I read these cards upright, so they'll be facing upright to me, and I'll just kind of tell you what they're saying. Oh, okay. I'm already getting goosebumps, girl. You got a lot going on and you're not playing. You're going through some big changes right now. You're trying to find what brings you peace and what brings you balance. But I feel like you're having to revisit your foundations. You're kind of really taking that look into yourself and going like, wow, where am I at and where am I going? Because I see that you're contemplating on where your life is going to take you. And I think you're starting to be honest about yourself. I'm sorry, I don't mean to make you cry. But yes, I feel the honesty coming through. You faced a lot of adversity here, and you're kind of like, I'm done with the same rhythm. I'm done with the same kind of bit. So this is really good though, because this is recognition. This is saying like, hey, I'm not happy. I need to move. I need to do. So what are we doing here? All right. Ooh, okay. I see heartbreak here, lovely. I see that, and it's beyond relationship. Like, it's beyond a significant other. This is multiple things all at once that has cultivated into this heartbreak. And it's kind of shattered how you viewed the world a little bit. It's really kind of put you out of balance and made you really question yourself and what you knew. And the cards right here, in a very good way, are saying rest. It's okay to rest. Right here is saying that you need to find that balance, because if you step off, if you take that leap and try off of unstable foundations, you're not going to be able to land. You're not going to be able to have that safety net that you need. And this is beyond physical safety net. I'm talking emotional safety net. I'm talking like the next phase of almost maturity here. Like, we're leveling up in a sense. And I like what I see because you're curious. You're not afraid to look beyond. You're not afraid to really figure out what's the what. And I feel like you've almost, when the world presented problems to you, you absorbed them as your own. You thought that it was you being the problem always, and it really wasn't you. Those issues and those things that you were carrying in this instance, a lot of it you can put down. It's okay to put down. Okay. Oh my goodness, I love what I'm seeing here though, darling, because once we go through that healing aspect, once we were able to put things through, I see a lot of hope here. And I see things changing very quickly for you in a good way. We're building foundations. We're building stability. I'm seeing both physical stability and emotional stability. So we're doing the work here. So just to kind of bring it back, we're caught in our heartbreak, but we're not afraid of the work to get out of the heartbreak, which is fabulous.
So go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So I've seen death.
Yes, death is about change.
Okay.
It's about a transition. So death at the very beginning right here, that's why I said you're going through a huge change right now. Okay. This is a transition of your life.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Some of the cards, they seem a little bit scarier, like the devil. I'm about to get into that yet. but here, I think all the cards are saying right here is learn from your mistakes. You've made the mistakes already. You just have to learn from them and put them in the back of your brain, because as you're building for yourself, you won't make the same mistakes again. You really won't. Like, I see, like, you are very clear-headed. You are very level-headed. You've got a big heart, darling. I can see it shining through the cards here. And this transition in your life, this is where you're meant to be at right now. Unfortunately, life isn't always sunshines and rainbows, and we do have to go through the hard aspects. You're coming on the other side of the hard aspects. You're still kind of going through the tail end of it a little bit too. But what I'm saying right here, what I'm seeing right here is growth. I'm seeing recognition. I'm seeing the ability to move forward. And this is where you're meant to be. The world is like completion. So moving on, I think the devil here is saying just learn from those mistakes. Don't repeat the same mistakes. That's all. So whatever you're considering, because you're considering something for your career, it's a passion project. It is something that can grow. It is something that if you feed life into it, it will explode and it will do really great things. Like I'm seeing something that in your way of helping people, in your way. I don't necessarily see you being in personal care. I see you being able to help others, if that makes sense. I'm not sure what that means exactly for you. It could be along the lines of, again, I'm getting career-based, so it's something that you're contemplating is going to change your life, darling. Whatever this thing is that you're kind of like, should I do it, but I don't know if I can do it. Get to the emotional stability part. The finances will come, and it'll be able to build for yourself. Because what I'm seeing here is once you figure out the heartbreak, once you are able to not completely forget it, but able to move on from it and carry it with you a different way, I feel like that's the time that we're able to actually do something for yourself. Like this is the time for you to do something for you. And this is the time that it's more than just an emotional new beginning. This is a spark, a passion. This is something you're so super excited about and you want to share with the world. But again, it's getting there. It's how do we get there? How are we going to make it happen with all of these things pulling at you in all different directions? That being said, though, I think a big aspect, and these came in at the same time, so we're going to keep them together. I think a big aspect to this reading, it's not a question of if you're committed or not. You are committed, you are dedicated. The question is, how can we shift things in our life that make sense for you to make the time so you can pursue those things? And what I'm seeing here is a part of you absorbing a lot of problems for other people is you were carrying a lot of those burdens too. You were carrying so much that you weren't able to even waste, I hate to say it like this, but it felt like you were trying to waste time on yourself. And that's never how it should be, lovely. You don't waste time on yourself. You build yourself. You grow. And here, this is you escaping that feeling of crush. Like I feel like life has constantly crushed me. And moving here, it's like, we need to kind of shift our thinking a little bit. Judgment is about kind of pivoting emotionally, kind of pivoting intellectually. And here it's paired with the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is saying start your passion. So you need to shift your mindset. Whatever it is that's blocking you, it could be confidence, it could be circumstance, it could be a little bit of both. You need to address those though, because what I'm seeing from here is growth. So we're escaping the cogs, we're having a shift in mindset, and we're starting the thing that we want to start. Well, I feel like that thing is going to, again, force you to be vulnerable in a way that helps people, whether it be sharing your story, sharing your history, sharing what you've been through. One way or another, you're going to help people with your resilience. You have survived so much more than you realize, lovely. You're doing great. I promise you are doing great. But 3 to 3, right? We have Three of Wands, which means start. 3 of Pentacles means the finances are going to start too. So once we're starting our passion, we're starting our finances too. Those are hand in hand. So it's like whatever that passion project is for you, it's going to explode. It's going to take care of you. You take care of it, it will take care of you, lovely. And 3 of Cups. So I just want to say 3 threes is about celebration. And on top of it, 3 of Cups is about, hey, we're getting what we want. So we started what we want. We're getting the money that we need. And emotionally, we have what we want. We can celebrate. So all of these are really good. Just to kind of like bring it back a little bit. We're going through changes. We're kind of on the tail end of a lot of turbulence in our lives, carrying a lot of burdens for a lot of people. But once we're able to address the heartbreak in a way that it honors the heartbreak, but allows you to leave it in the past and heal from it, that aspect will allow you to bloom, allow you to grow, darling. You pursue that passion, you have that shift of mind. You're like, you know what, I am going to go do what my heart says I need to go do. I see celebration. I see everything that the worries that keep you up and out about money, about stability, those are fading away because you're more focused on your current stability than you're able to chasing your dreams. And nowadays that is totally understandable. We got responsibilities, we got bills to pay. Here the cards are saying we're entering a phase where we can actually achieve our dreams. If we play our cards right, if we do our healing, if we put our pedal to the metal. Like I said, I don't see an issue with dedication here. You have the dedication, you have the courage, you have everything that you need. It's just shifting some things around so that way you're not so overburdened. Putting down some people's burdens that are not yours to carry, okay? Celebration though. I see, again, once you start, it's almost like things are just gonna happen so quickly, you're not even gonna know like what to do, where to start. Excuse me. One thing that you have lost along this journey is your intuition. You have learned to quiet your intuition over the voices of others in your life. Excuse me. And that's a very common for someone who's empathic. Someone who's an empathic person, which I'm feeling like you are. You've made yourself smaller, not realizing it, just to accommodate other people. I encourage you to find people with reciprocity. Someone who is able to recognize that you're making yourself smaller and willing to make themselves smaller so that you can have your moment and then have that reciprocity of sharing back and forth, okay? And I don't know exactly where that came from because that's not from the cards. That was like an outside message. I feel like you need a little bit of reciprocity here. You need to kind of set some people down and have confrontation. It's going to be a little confrontational, but it's good confrontation, honey. I promise it's a good confrontation. And it's something that you need. I think it's something that the other person needs because they're operating from a place of ignorance. They're not seeing the cause and the harm and the damage that they're doing because they're just living with the life, the little blinders on. They don't know. They're like, oh, Journey's going to take care of it. I don't have to worry about it. Journey's going to take care of it. And it's like, but who's taking care of Journey? That's where we need to be. Who's taking care of Journey? And you haven't even been able to take care of you, lovely. Here, though, so we're started, right? This is the cards are saying we've started. Not only are we stepping back into our intuition, I feel like we're growing as a woman, respectfully. Like we're stepping into that understanding, next phase of like, holy crow, like this is what life really is. I feel like, again, you've had a shift that started this transformation, that started this whole journey, and has slowly kind of lit light bulbs along the way. Yeah. And I really, really highly encourage you to reconnect with your inner self, reconnect with that intuition, because I feel like that's going to help guide you with your passion project. It's going to help guide you along the way, because at the end of the day, our intuition is to serve us. It's not meant to throw us off the path, but outside voices make us feel like we can't trust ourselves. This is where we need to rebuild trust in ourselves, because once we rebuild that trust, I see true happiness. And the crazy bit is I see you being able to delegate. You're able to shift burden, not push off. Like the burdens are still being taken care of, but you're able to delegate. You're able to shift some things to open your plate. The magician is about creating what you want. So you have the ability, you have the power to create what you want here, lovely. It's, at the end of the day, it's healing. It's having that really tough conversation. That confrontation is going to seem like it's going to take a piece out of you, but I promise it's going to give you so much back. It's that initial confrontation is going to be very rough. I'm not going to lie to you. And it's going to take a lot of understanding from that person. And from experience, I want to say sometimes that person may not be able to ever give you that understanding, but that's not what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing once we start trusting ourselves, once we build those foundations for ourselves, and we start to chase our happiness, you're able to delegate. I think that person, it's going to take a little bit for them to come around, but once they see you doing and not playing around and actually chasing what you want, they're going to take you seriously. So just let them take you serious. If they don't, keep going. Just keep going. Because at the end of the day, it looks like the cards are saying it's going to fall into place. They just need to be able to take you serious. Where is your passion project going to go? Oh, yes. At the very end of this, the cards are begging you to be honest with yourself. There's still some aspects that you don't need to carry. There are still some aspects that you have the choice to let down, to put down gently, and to leave in the past and heal from that heartbreak. Lovers, in this instance, about the choice. Do we have the choice? And I feel like that's to do with the heartbreak, lovely. Heartbreak will never truly go away. Heartbreak will always be a tiny piece of ourselves, but we can carry it a different way. We can carry it in a way that no longer hurts us and is no longer toxic to us, okay? And I think that it's saying you need to be honest about the choices that are being presented to you right now, because you have more opportunities. You just have to create those opportunities, okay? You've got it. You've got the energy. You've got the power. You've got everything that you need. You will feel a little bit like things aren't moving as fast as you want, but that's healing, love. Healing is not linear. Healing will feel like one day you're doing great, the next day you wake up crying and upset and everything is just doom spiral. What I'm seeing here, though, is that you have the courage, you have the fight, you have the energy. You just don't have the time. You don't have the time to dedicate to yourself right now. Start carving out little pieces here, little pieces there. Whatever this passion project is that speaks to you, I truly feel like this is going to take you places, lovely. And whatever it looks like to you, just do it. Just start. Okay? Do you have any specific questions about the reading? Because that was a lot all at once.
No, I'm like speechless.
Oh, good.
Especially because like the things you're saying, like I've never done this before, so I was coming into it. It was like, oh, nothing's gonna like be presented to me. It's not gonna talk about me, and it's like, wow, everything that was said is like, yeah.
Again, I really want to keep stressing that you got this, lovely. It feels tough now because you've been on such it feels like years of turbulence, years of absorbing for family, for friends, for people that you love. From one empath to another, I'm coming out of that as well. My biggest piece of advice to you is, one, the people that love you and will truly be reciprocal, they'll put in the effort. It may take them a minute. Sometimes, people are a little slow, but the people that'll come around will come around. But the people that show you who they are, let them be in your past. Let them see who you become without them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think you got this, Miss Journey. Is there anything specific about your passion project? Like, we can ask questions now that I've kind of done the full reading.
I don't know. I know yesterday I was asking you if, like, I don't know. If,
we can
energy from, like, I don't know. But I asked you, like, if you could, like, not talk to the dad.
So
you get what I'm saying?
I can see if there's a message the cards can pass along, but I'm not experienced in like mediumship and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see if maybe they can pick up on what's going on. I want you to shuffle. I want you to imagine that loved one. Don't tell me anything. Like I said, I don't know anything about your life from the start of this reading, so don't tell me anything. Just shuffle, and we'll see what the message says. I'm getting matriarch vibes. Oh, lovely. Whoever this is calling you out on your heartbreak. It's saying that the heartbreak is real, it's valid, it's legitimate, but how long are you going to let it impact your life? How long are you going to carry it with you? Because this heartbreak, and I'm going to flip these around, right? So this is technically the top, but this heartbreak is surrounded by all these new beginnings. This is a new beginning financially, stability. This is a new emotional beginning. This is a new truth with ourselves. So it's like this heartbreak is holding back all of these truths for you, all of this stability, all of this aspect. So whoever is talking to you right now, and I'll try to read it backwards for you, is saying that you have been strong. I'm going backwards. You have been strong, lovely. You have been strong, but have you made the choice to yourself? Have you committed to you? It's not that you don't have commitment. It's that you've placed the commitment in other people. And the cards are basically saying you need to start. Like, now is the time. Even if it doesn't seem perfect, the imperfect time is the best time to start. Because that shows that you can grow. That shows that you can start from the crappiest points and keep going. But again, I keep getting this shift of perspective. Something isn't clicking in your brain. And the cards here are again saying like, hey, you're there, but you're not quite there. You're not 100%. We're like in the 90 percentile. We need a little bit more contemplation. We need that shift of perspective, because that's going to allow us to start. That's going to allow us to chase our happiness and to truly make the choice for ourselves. I think that, again, I just keep getting big heart, willing to help always.
Oh yeah. I have a big heart.
I will say boundaries protects everybody. It's okay to be that one to always help, but again,
yeah, that's fine. I slack on boundaries.
Yes, and it's hard when you have people pleasing tendencies. Just like, I want everyone to be happy, like good environment, everyone's getting along. But what you're not realizing is you're costing your inner spark, your inner fire, that piece. You're instead taking that piece from the situation that a little bit of every person could have put in, and you're just putting it all in, and you're putting all the effort. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I know exactly.
Well, these cards aren't done what you get, young lady. You are on the path that you're meant to be. However, again, in order to find that peace that your heart is searching for, you got to be honest with yourself. This right here, this card right here keeps showing up in very inopportune times with the Temperance. We want the inner peace. We want the inner knowing. But what are we blocking ourselves? I feel like you're blocking yourself, whether that be that little voice that tells you not to trust yourself, whatever it is that manifests, that tells you that you're not good enough, that you shouldn't even try. Ignore that shit. That's not you. That's the opinions of other people that think they couldn't do better. But Miss Journey, I genuinely see that you're going places, and that's not a pun. Because right here, the Two of Wands is about expansion. It's about seeing what we want. Like if you take the card and you look at it, he's holding the world in his hands. There's 2 wands here, right? He's moving forward. He's leaving the past behind. This is what the cards are telling you. It's like, it's okay to honor the past. It's not, you're not having to forget. This isn't saying having an amnesia event and not to honor the situation and those memories. This is saying you can honor the memories without them still hurting you today. You can have that heartbreak without it impacting your daily life. I'm going the wrong way. I feel like you've already started the journey of self-discovery, but it's kind of been a little bit rocky. You don't know where you kind of like, you think you know where you're going, but when you hit a wall, you're like, what is going on? Like, I thought I was doing good. In this instance, I think the cards are saying you need to trust your intuition in those moments where you feel like you're like not doing good enough or you haven't completed enough. Listen to that little inner voice and go, okay, but no, I really did do enough. No, really, I did try. Oh my gosh, I put in more effort than anybody else in this situation. I did amazing. When was the last time you complimented yourself? And it's really hard to do. I'm not saying, yeah, it's really, really hard to do. But I can tell you right now, you have a wonderful smile. You have a bright soul. I can see it right here, lovely. But at the end of the day, my dear, I truly think this journey of self-discovery is far more than you're reckoning with. Your life is going to change in a really good way if you choose it. Now, and this comes from strength with boundaries. This comes from kind of taking your energy back in a little bit, delegating situations. Again, not completely closing yourself off from helping people. That's not what these cards are telling you to do. They, in fact, are appreciating how much you help people and how much your light shines with other people. The cards, though, are saying, though, if you don't tend your light, it'll dim, it'll go out, it'll flicker, and then what? Who's going to tend your flame? You have to build those foundations with yourself and with others. And again, I keep getting reciprocity. It feels like you've, like, and justice comes into play as well. It feels like it's just a huge imbalance. And I feel like someone feels like they're either authoritative or superior or something over you, but it's kind of a bullshit reason. Like, I don't understand where that's coming from, but whoever that person is, the cards, again, I can't guarantee this is a message from your loved one, but I can tell you right now, the cards are saying whatever that reason is, bullshit. And they're using some sort of excuse to make you feel small. And that's not how it should be. This person should be one of your biggest supporters. This person should be cheerleading you and be like, yeah! But they're not doing that. So
Yeah.
I think it comes from, unfortunately, an older mindset of not being able to take their kids seriously. And I don't know if that resonates, but I feel like just an older mindset, not necessarily your parents, but that kind of like, oh no, that she's just a kid kind of thing, not realizing you are done grown up. Like you're what, and you're like 20, late 20s, early 30s? 30. Exactly. So
I'll be 29, so close to 30.
Exactly. Though. So, but you're not a kid.
Yeah, that's good. I got 3 kids. Yeah.
And that's kind of like the imbalance I'm sensing is like someone's kind of giving off that, oh, she's still 18 in your mind. It's like, no, I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not that 12-year-old that scraped my knee. You know, I'm the 30-year-old that has carried the emotional weight for a lot of people in this situation, this family, or whatever. I feel like this person won't recognize all of what you're doing until you kind of take a little bit of a step back and a little bit more of a step back, so that way you can pursue what you need to pursue. It's going to click for them how much energy and effort that you were putting into. And I keep getting, it's a bullshit reason. I don't know why, like just off the top of my head, whoever this.
Yeah, I know who it is. It is a bullshit reason. Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, that's good though. That is so good. Once we make those changes, and I keep doing it backwards, but it's okay. Once we make those changes and we truly, like, no, we're leaving the past in the past. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm committed to me. If you don't see that, that's okay. I don't need you as a part of that aspect is what I'm getting right here. I'm getting that once you kind of stand up a little bit for yourself, you won't realize a little bit that the mood will shift just a little bit. It'll almost be imperceivable at first, but the respect will start to build once you're like, no, I'm choosing me. With respect, I'll help, I'll do, or whatever, but you get a limited time now to do that. Like, or I'm going to carve out a limited time for myself and then make myself available. But you need to have stronger boundaries with your time, Lovely, because I do feel like you're the kind of person definitely that will walk into a room, a situation, not know a person, and be able to kind of get to the heart of the problem right there and offer the shirt on your back, whatever the case is. You're the solution person.
Yes.
And I feel like it's really hard to be the solution person for yourself, though. It's a perspective that you need to kind of shift and recognize that you're just as worthy as the people that you help. In fact, you are more worthy because you're the one doing the helping. You're the one carrying the burdens that you don't need to carry. And moving on. Ooh, we'll take that out at the same time. All right. I think this is you stepping into your leadership qualities. I think this is you, again, compartmentalizing in a certain way of that heartbreak, that healing, that aspect, and kind of going, you know what? Even though this heartbreak has completely shattered my initial perception of the world, I'm not going to let it keep me down. I know that, yeah, the world is a little bit darker than I expected it to be. However, I can make the peace, I can make the brightness, I can make the light that I want in this section. Because right now we have the disillusionment here. You're coming out of the disillusionment. Cards right here are saying that, yeah, you're kind of stuck, but you have things that you can be grateful for and things that you can start to pursue. I think that's what these cards are saying right here is like, don't let the heartbreak take away from your gratitude. It is a very fine line. I 100% understand. And it sometimes, I don't know if this resonates with you, but it feels like sometimes there's a fog over you. Like we're so overwhelmed that when it comes to ourselves, it's like a little fog kind of comes in between us. And it's like we're trying to deal with our problems, but oh my gosh, I've got a million other things. I can't.
Yeah.
But here it's saying once we do this passion project, things are going to change for the better. Like I said, this is life-changing stuff. So both readings are kind of tying into each other right here, you know, and you pick the order of the cards, you know what I'm saying? This is all of you. And this is amazing, darling. Again, I don't question your commitment here. I question the commitment to yourself. I know you are a dedicated human. I just think that your dedication you've deemed yourself unworthy for that dedication, for that love, for that understanding. And it is going to be kind of cliche, but treat yourself like your best friend. Because you know your best friend won't let you get away with the shit that you talk to yourself. Yeah, you know, and I feel like this is almost an escape in a good way. This is like an up-leveling in a good way. We're moving from a situation that is not going to serve us for much longer. In fact, hasn't been serving us for a while. And I think the kind of wool is coming over from our eyes, and we're seeing that it's not serving us anymore. We're seeing that it's a lot to deal with and it's a lot to handle. But darling, again, your intuition is screaming and saying, please trust me. Because at the end of the day, your intuition isn't meant to misguide you. It's those outside voices that have taught you to mistrust your judgment. But girl, I don't even know you. And I can tell, like you make smart decisions. I can tell that you're trustworthy. Yeah. Well, I mean, we're all human, of course. But I really think that you need to readdress your inner self, your healing, that heartbreak, whatever that aspect is. And it's not just one thing. I'll tell you right now, this is years of stuff that has compiled into one big, ugly glob of heartbreak.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier, though, when we start to deal with those situations. When we address those, the fog starts to lift. I promise you that. Okay? So, I feel like you got a lot more answers than you're bargained for.
Oh, absolutely. I did. And you said this was going to be on YouTube?
Yes.
I want to watch it.
Yes, I will. I'll send it to, text it to your number.
Yes, because this is just wild. I can't, like, everything that was said is like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I've never really believed in this because, I don't know, you know how some people are, oh, no. Or like the rocks and stuff, whatever. But somebody told me, like, and yesterday Joyce was like, Journey, you need to get a reading with my girlfriend from work. You need to do a reading. She's like, I'm not even going to say anything. I want you to do a reading today or tomorrow. And someone was telling me, like, you know what? Go out of your comfort zone, do it. And then it's like, wow, this was all said. It's like, that's like,
kind of what you needed in the moment.
Yes, I needed this. I needed this.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I genuinely am, and I'm very grateful for your time, darling.
Yes, I appreciate you.
Of course,
seriously.
of course. Is now that we have kind of a moment, do you want to ask the cards any specific questions? We can kind of put the cards back together, do a shuffle. You want to ask about a specific thing? And again, when you ask questions, you don't have to tell me. I might be able to kind of bumble through. I might need a little direction to figure it out, but for the most part, I try not to pry. We can always reschedule another time too. You can ask the cards whatever. I prefer not to know the entirety of the situation because normally I can kind of pick out from what the cards are telling me.
Oh gosh.
So you go ahead, you grab these cards, you knock 3 times, and you shuffle, and you just think of the situation. That's it. And then you just shuffle until you feel like you're happy. Hey y'all, just wanted to come take a moment and thank Miss Joyce for the recommendation, as well as Miss Journey for having the courage to share her story with the world. Sometimes it's validation, and sometimes a gentle nudge is all we need. If you're interested in a check-in with me, Auntie Flame, you can find the link in the description box down below. Don't forget to leave a comment, especially if this reading resonated with you. And if you're interested in this style of tarot, subscribe. Welcome, Keepers of the Flame. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and read it this way. It's just a little bit easier for me.
Yeah.
This goes back to confrontation, lovely. You have not had the confrontation that you need in order to truly share the situation. I feel like this place, and again, this is coming from a little bit of experience. Men are dumb, respectfully. If this is what this is about, I feel like he doesn't know the harm he's causing through his actions. He's just like, oh, she's got it. Like that's the energy I'm getting. Oh, she's got it. And it's like you've absorbed that. But when was the last time you said, wait a second, take me seriously. We need to have a chat. That's what the cards are yelling at you for. They're like, girl, you have not actually advocated for yourself here. And I feel like the respect in the relationship has kind of ebbed a little from the beginning. Yeah. I feel like it's very interesting to me because the cards immediately shift to doing your passion. So it's almost like a lot of people in your life don't take you serious, and they'll only take you serious if they feel like you're accomplishing something measurable. And that's heartbreaking, lovely, because that's not how those people should be in your life. Those people that are closest to you like that should not be measuring your worth through your actions like that, like through your achievements. No. They should be measuring your heart, the amount of weight that you carry for them, the amount of space that you make available to them. I feel like here, you've kind of put your self-worth a little bit on how you help people and how helpful you are to people. I think that's a part of that perspective shift that we need, lovely, because that's also fed into this situation of not being able to advocate for yourself, you wanting to help, you not wanting to rock the boat, you're not advocating for yourself. You're not giving that person also an opportunity to respond, to correct themselves because they think they're operating, everything's fine because you're not communicating. And it's coming from respectfully a dumbass ignorance. They could, I'm assuming this gentleman could do the effort and the emotional labor, but he probably don't even know what the word emotional labor is. Like respectfully, he's not incapable, but he's blind right now. I think he doesn't understand how good he has it with you, lovely. Yeah, the cards are basically saying he is part of the reason why you've made yourself a little bit smaller over the years. I don't know how long you've been with him, but I see him being a part of that progress. That being said, though, the cards are basically challenging you here. And it's like, is that what you want to be? Is that the version of yourself that you want to be to him, where it's just the small, easygoing, everything? Or do you want to be happy with you and then have your partner happy with you and be happy together? I think that advocation here is really, really needed. I feel like this isn't a completely give up and run away situation. This is we need to talk, honey. We need to set some boundaries. We need to be respectful of each other. It needs to be reciprocal. Oh, we keep getting that word again. Mm-hmm. The reciprocity. I feel like, again, with all of your relationships, you absorb so much. You make it so much easier for the people that you love, and that's an additional reason why they love you. But some people, unfortunately, will only focus on that additional reason, but like, that's why I love her. So I feel like you need to separate yourself from being the helpful person. I think you need to separate yourself from being always available to being mostly available or sometimes available. I feel like that this person kind of, I'm almost getting a feeling of like enmeshment. Like they kind of want your time always. When you're home, you're like stuck to them like glue kind of thing. And
right on.
I feel like it's a maturity on his part. I feel like you're up leveling and he's kind of staying where he's at, and it's causing a lot of tension because you're like, why doesn't he understand? And it's like, well, he hasn't put in the work that you have. He hasn't had the understanding, the realization that, hey, I'm not happy with how things are going, because he's been perfectly happy this whole time. He's been perfectly happy this whole time because you've been absorbing a lot of the stress, a lot of the aspects. These cards right here are saying that nothing is going to change unless you make the commitment first to yourself and then to your partner. You need to make the commitment and make the change, because look, again, death is about change, right? But we have celebration with it. So it's like, we need to make the change and we're going to be happy with that change. Things are going to work out better. You just got to give them a chance to not be dumb. give them a real sit down, think about it, all of that good stuff. But I feel like with you advocating for yourself for how the situation is going, he is going to get that change of perspective. Look at you, big old bright eyes. But again, I don't see an inherently run, go away. This is you can change the situation. You can stay with this person. This isn't a question of if you're meant to be or not. It's a question of, do you want to put the effort in to help him grow up? Like, he needs to grow up. And he has been a part of the heartbreak. I feel like he's actually prevented you from some certain opportunities. And that's a big piece of the resentment that you're handling as well, is that you had to put yourself on pause in order to help him do for him. And that's no longer acceptable. I feel it right here. You're like, he is stopping me from my happiness. But again, the question is, have you talked to him? Does he know? Because if he knows and he doesn't change, that's on him. But if he doesn't know, then it's just going to build resentment, and he's not going to understand why you're resentful towards him. And then he's going to be resentful, and it's just going to feed into itself. The cards here are saying, though, you can find your happiness with this man, but we need to figure out a balance with you two. We need to figure out how I'm getting chores is a big thing. You both work full time, I'm guessing. And he
chores?
Yeah, chores.
Oh my God. Wow.
And I feel
That's
like,
crazy.
Again, a big point of contention is the chores.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I think he works a specific type of job that is more physical, so he kind of disregards what
Holy cow. Yes.
But he minimizes the amount of energy and effort that you put into having your situations and your jobs and whatnot. And he needs to come to Jesus because you bear the weight of the world, and all he has to do is go to work. That's what I'm getting here, is all he has to do is show up, but you take care of the rest. He needs to grow up. You're not his mama. You don't need to take care of his chores. He's a grown-ass man. If you're, on the tail end of your 20s, he better be on the same. So come on, boy. Grow up.
Yeah.
But the very good thing is, once we have that chat, it gives him an opportunity to respond. And I feel like at first, again, things are going to be like, he's not going to know how to respond because this is going to be a new version of yourself you're presenting to him. He doesn't know the I need to heal version, I need to change things version of Miss Journey. He knows the happy-go-lucky, absorb, so it's going to be a little bit turbulent. I'm not going to lie. He's not going to understand, why are you changing things? That's going to be something that's going to be thrown at you constantly. It's like, tell him you're growing up and you're asking him to grow up with you. I don't know why, but I just feel like he's going to try to be like, why are you changing things? Things were fine before. Things were fine. Don't let him play that game with you. But like, no. I'm changing things because I'm growing up. And if you want to be a boy in your 20s, then this ain't going to work out. Like, I can't be your mama and go to work and, have kids and, there's no and on top of it. This is modern day. We are in a partnership here, and he needs to step up to that partnership, but you have to give him an opportunity to do so, because you can't weigh your decision on his inaction without telling him. Okay? But I feel like the way the cards are saying here, things are going to change very quickly. He's going to ask why things are changing constantly. But I feel like once you make that, you're like sticking to it, and you put those boundaries up with him. And again, boundaries are kindness, because it allows you not to overexert yourself and be miserable, right? So for him, whatever those boundaries look like between you two, we need to set some very strong ones, like respect, like, hey, acknowledgement of, if it's not difficult to do the chores, then why aren't you doing the chores, honey? Like that kind of shit. Unfortunately, you may have to be a little bit petty for him to kind of ding light bulb. But I think he'll get it. From the way the cards are saying is you have to give him a chance, though. You have to give him a chance. I feel like once we have the conversation, though, and he has a chance to truly absorb, things are going to go well. I think that it's him going to realize that you're maturing and you're going to leave him behind if if he doesn't mature. And that's where it's going to settle on his shoulders and he's going to have to make the decision. But what I'm seeing here is a really good, the world is about completion. I think you're going to get the answer that you need one way or another, whether that be he grows up and fantastic, we're a partnership, we can heal from the past and move on, or you get your answer on the other end of things. But it starts with you, lovely. You need to advocate for yourself in this situation. You need to tell him, like, hey, if you minimize my work, I don't think you take me seriously. And if you don't take me seriously, what's the point of being in a partnership? Like, that's not what a foundational partnership is based on. So I hope that gave you a little bit more clarity.
Yeah.
It's definitely manageable. He's just a big old boy. And he needs to be kind of talked into being a man a little bit, okay?
Yeah. I appreciate it.
Oh no, I appreciate you, Miss Journey. Now I do have a couple of like end of tarot questions for YouTube. Just knowing that you didn't know anything about tarot, coming on the other end of it, how do you feel right now?
I feel awesome.
Yeah?
I feel like I'm ready to start change.
That's awesome. Was there any part of the reading that you had a hard time understanding, or maybe I could clarify?
Not even one.
Fabulous.
I was like, damn, like I'm right here.
Okay, and then just I guess at the end of the day, for YouTube, because we have to. This is genuine. This isn't AI. This isn't. We know each other.
No, yeah. We don't know each other.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But thank you for your time, Miss Journey. It's been lovely meeting you, and I see really good thing in these cards. You've got this. You just got to go do it. You got to figure out what it means to you, what that passion is. How are you going to time management? And again, not everybody is going to take you seriously at first. There's going to take some people that you really love and want their approval. It's going to take them a little bit longer, but you're going to get there, darling. Don't worry about their approval. Worry about you. Worry about where you're going. And with boyfriend here, fiance, I'm not sure. Oh, okay. I was just like boyfriend, fiance, but your partner here. It's not coming from maliciousness. It really isn't. I'm not seeing him being vindictive or, I'm not trying to do chores and I'm making her. It's genuinely him just not having perspective.
Yes, absolutely.
It's just him, with his little blinders on going, everything's fine. You're like, excuse me. No.
I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So have a chat with yourself. Figure out what really you need to express to those people that you love. And from there, you got this, lovely.
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I love
for your time.
this.
Yes.
I'm definitely, yeah.
Yep. You know how to find me.
Yes, now I do.